right, we're back. We're live. Forbidden Lands, session 24. Because that's how awesome we are. How is everyone tonight?
Good.
Definitely not feeling 24. A bit more than that.
Okay.
I know what you mean, sir. All right, let's introduce everyone to possible viewers. As usual, starting with Josh on the left.
Hey folks, Josh LaPointe. I'm playing Brinestrand, the half-elf sorcerer.
I am Jessica LaPointe, and I'm playing Frida, the bloody demon slayer wolfkin.
My name is Chris Fougere. I'm playing Soren, the effervescent, bubbly, happy human hunter.
Oh, I didn't realize it was Lie to the Fans time.
It is completely.
Obscure the truth time. I'm Michael Berthium, or B, and I'm playing Celestial Passage, the half-elf druid, who might start to question his sanity if Chris starts acting that way.
Exactly. Excellent. Well, that's our cast. Indeed. And we have to, of course, also give a shout out to Hellhag Productions for the overlays and some of the graphics. And this show is rated R, which you should know if you're watching, because, of course, this is fantasy meets Western. If it was directed by Quentin Tarantino. So you could expect some blood every once in a while, and just generally people being not so nice to each other. Lots of grays in this world. Definitely some blacks out there as well in terms of moral code. Very hard to find the light, if you will. Not impossible, though. Not impossible. Just tread carefully, etc. So be warned, if you feel that it gets too dark for you, then take a break, come back later, or such like. But of course, we're all friends here around the table. We know each other's tastes and so on. So we discuss things between sessions, before sessions, and everything. So we're all okay. Anyhow, with that out of the way, who wants to do a synopsis of last session, as per our tradition now?
I think traditionally it's Celestial Passage.
It is. He is apparently our chronicler.
Oh, man, I worked so hard picking fights last session that I was hoping that someone else could recount how I was picking fights last session.
Alright, I don't take well enough notes to remember enough shit to chronicle the sessions.
Where do you see the notes?
My memory's not as good as yours.
Well, that's fair. I mean,
I
is
have
fair.
mom brain, okay? 2 kids later, I have mom brain.
Parents
And the rest you have dad brain.
Yeah, exactly.
I have Game Master who's run like 6 games in the last 3 days brain.
That's
intense.
Your problem.
That
sir.
is intense. I'll give
As
you
a
that.
player, it is not mine.
I'm Game Master thinking about adding another game to my roster and wondering if I'm overloading it with just the one thing that I'm streaming right now. Okay, I'm aspiring to your fortitude, Chris. That's all I'm saying.
We did a lot of stuff around town, mostly listening in on other adventuring parties and what they were going off to look into. Basically trying to find ourselves a nice juicy lead towards one more of our elven gems to find before we just ran off in a random direction and became all heroic, thus offending Soren's normal moral compass.
I have not. My moral compass is broken.
Yeah.
Hashtag what moral compass. Yeah.
At one point, there was the potential of a juicy lead, and Celestial Passage meditated upon that magically and went, yeah, no, by the time we get there, it's gone if it is there anyway.
We did find another one out of that, though, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
did.
Yeah.
Which is the one we started off towards.
It was a session of talking to a lot of people rather than running around out in the wilds. You spent the entire session
Frida
in
actually
Brinestrand.
attempted to seduce somebody.
There was
It was-
a couple
that
of
was
fights,
hot.
though.
Well,
Or almost fights.
verbal ones more than actual fisticuffs, except in that one moment with those former bone ferrets or
Yes, so
town guards
so
from Grindbone.
so basically, the night before we were going to set out, we got a impromptu update as to what happened in Grindbone, and the propaganda being spread by the Church of Rust, specifically the Brotherhood and the sisters who work with them. To which, well, Celestial Passage does have a moral compass, and sometimes that's a problem. And basically called them out in the middle of the bar and told them where to find them afterwards after they were called out.
I remember that. I acted as your sentient shield, and they made the mistake of trying to hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't go over so well.
No.
Plus or minus side, following that was when we met the impromptu mayor of the city.
Yep.
And found out that she plays a really good dumb person.
Seemingly, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
But she did ask a bunch of questions of you, and it was clear that she was
she got a
concerned.
lot more information than we did. She definitely got more info than we did.
Yeah, seems like it for sure. Yes, exactly.
But she did help us narrow down our path, and thus the next day, or shortly afterwards, we left.
Well, you haven't quite left yet.
We were.
You're planning to leave today.
That's we leave now.
You leave now. Boom. Exactly. That's the idea, at least.
Yeah, and that brings us to the morning.
The morning, indeed. So here we are, back in Brinestrand, everyone, and the morning comes, indeed. And it comes with heavy rain showers, smattering against the windows. This is, let's see now, is my reckoning correct here that we're on the 38th of Springrise, the early morning of? I think so.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So yes, it's absolutely pouring down. You hear it over the ceiling of the tavern. Obviously, you're sleeping upstairs, so it's smattering away, right good and proper. Which means that it's not much of a dawn, really. The sun won't quite be able to break through the cloud cover. It's gray and sullen, and the fairly positive and festive mood of yesterday is kind of muted by this type of rain. Not that it's strange or unexpected that people react like that to rain, but there we are. So,
well,
morning.
Well, this looks like a great day for heading out.
Raynar
Gonna smell like wet dog the whole time.
Raynar looks sleepy.
Of course you do. You probably didn't fucking sleep, like I told you to.
It was pretty hard to sleep with all that banging going on. Brainer.
Well, we should have. Do we have a direction as to where we're going to head?
You said south, if I recall correctly, last session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we wanted to go to Amercall.
That's northeast.
There was an emerald. Where was the emerald?
Let's activate the map, shall we? So, basically, you're up here in Brinestrand, and your idea was to go down towards somewhere around here, basically. That was the
northeast
sense.
Of Bloudwater.
Yeah, exactly. So here's Bloudwater down here. And there's supposed to be some marshes northeast of it, which is this area, basically.
Okay.
Because Marrowfled supposedly came into contact with a elven ruby, and his restless spirit still hunts demons in the area.
Apparently,
yes.
That's what it was.
That was the story.
You know, if we had known this like a week ago, we were right there.
It's true.
Listen.
I'm gonna move a thing here just to show that you have been, in fact, exploring there.
I can't seduce other wolfkin if I can't find them.
So this is to mark out that you saw that burned down village, basically, if you remember. Allegedly, the orcs burned it down.
Yeah.
That's where you found the Rust brothers and militia patrolling, basically, the ruins of the village.
Right, that's why we wanted to stay the hell away from there.
Yep.
Well, that's because Soren and a certain sorcerer failed their checks to get us into the city for the night.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That was pretty much it.
Well, the good news is we can make our way back there fairly quickly.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Trying out something new here.
And then if we get
There we
that,
go.
that'll give
Oh, that
us,
was a
what,
terrible
3?
color. Sorry about that. I'll change the text color there.
The terrible colors seem to fit the Forbidden Lands.
I don't know if I... okay. Couldn't... Oh. Okay, I don't know if I can change that. I'm going to fix that later. Anyway, Brinestrand. It's
I
marked.
We'll
can
fix
read
it in
so that
post.
says something.
We'll fix it about exactly. So you're getting ready to make your way down to the breakfast room when there is a tap on the window.
Oh,
It's
I opened the
Raven.
window for a Raven sister.
It is. How did you know that? Oh right.
Which one, though?
Yeah.
It's really hard to tell the difference of Raven sisters based on their bird form, unless you are very well versed with watching animals, which Celestial might be. But of course, it won't be very long before her identity is revealed to you, because of course she transforms. We can go back to Brinestrand again. There we go. And it is in fact Zagir that you helped, and that gave you that white feather in Grindbone that turned into mists. She's
The one that was like,
there.
hey, rescue this slave. And we're like, okay.
Yeah, and well, it was a druid that you rescued.
Yep.
So she transforms into her human form, and as she does that, of course, she's completely naked. But she reaches out with her hand to the windowsill outside and pulls in a bundle, and sort of there's a cloak there, and she covers herself a bit.
Frida seems completely unfazed by this.
She's wet, dripping wet.
Is it raining?
She doesn't-
It's like the window's right there.
Sarcasm,
Yes, the
Celestial.
window's
Yeah.
right there. She's kind of just shaking her hair out with the rain. I have a message for you. I was hoping I would be able to find you here. I've been looking through the windows of this entire inn. Anyway, a
You could have
message
just
for
met
you.
us in the tavern, couldn't you?
Not if she's trying to avoid getting noticed.
This place is serves worm, does it not?
The mayor did seem kind of sketchy, so I guess, maybe.
It does. There's a lot of followers of Worm here, yes.
She brings out a small piece of parchment that she has in that bundle with her cloak and gives it to you.
Open it up. Take
Yep,
a look at what it is.
It's right there. Oh, can you see it on the screen?
Oh, I had to change windows. There it is.
Oh.
It just popped up now. Oh no. Eh.
Meanwhile, Zatir is sitting there and just kind of shivering a little bit.
I grab the blanket and throw it over her shoulders.
Source of magnetic rock.
Yes, apparently.
Interesting.
I do not know where to find such a thing around here. But there it
The
is.
dwarves might know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they might.
The smith might know.
Oh, that's
That
good.
too.
Yeah.
I can go talk to him.
Yeah, you do have a relationship.
The thing is, I'm not sure if it followed me or not. I saw it last heading north along the plains, at least. But of course, I am much faster in Raven form. We'll see. But I can tell you this. I was with Virelda that night after you left. After you left Grindbone. Terramalda did come and turned the entire army of the Aslians away. They could do nothing to stop it. Nothing. Arrows just bounced off it. There were some orcs there charged, and they did not fare well.
So what's magnetic rock supposed to do to her?
I don't know rightly. Virelda probably knows better.
Probably something to do with the enchantments binding the armor and her flesh together.
Lore check, question mark?
If you want, sure, go ahead.
Sure. I'm pushing that.
Just
There we go.
so
It's
much,
worth it.
so much lore.
Yep. Well, did I give you access to the Legend of Terramalda before?
Seems
not?
familiar.
I think I did, yes. Let's have a look. I seem to have given you 2 of them for some reason. Oh, okay. That one is just nothing in, which is fine.
I actually don't see it on there.
Okay.
I do not
so,
either.
Yeah, it's probably you shared it with us, but didn't do the ownership thing.
Yeah.
But it was a
I'll
few
fix
games,
that.
well, quite a few games back.
Yeah, I'll fix that. There we go.
There it is.
Yes.
Okay. I guess my question would be, if we need some sort of special rock, otherwise she's invulnerable. Do we need to like have a weapon forged out of that rock? Or do we just need to like
Attach it to the weapons.
attach it to the weapons, just hold it near her?
Virelda
Well,
has some kind of plan, Santeria says, but I'm not exactly sure of she hasn't given me the details, you understand?
Well, if she
Well, the-
expects us to help, details might be nice.
Well, Soren, if it's a form of stone, we can use it to make some arrowheads.
Yeah, we can craft something out of it.
That's not a bad idea. We could try it. If we found this kind of artifact, I have no idea if there is something around here. These are the plains, after all, and marshlands, not exactly known for rich deposits of iron of any kind, let alone magnetic rocks.
What about those dwarves we met back in Peddler's Rest?
They might know something. Dwarves, no one knows as much about ore and minerals and rocks as they do.
They were literally peddling iron at the time, weren't they?
They were, yes. Well, I wouldn't know that because I'm Zatir and I can't say anything about it, but the GM can remind you that they were, yes.
There's also-
GM can confirm.
The dwarves that we helped out down at Stoneloom.
Yeah.
Oh, us.
What do you mean? You assume any survived?
Yeah. But if there's any survivors there, they do owe us.
Yes.
This is true.
But we have a couple sources here that we can quickly ask, and a couple sources elsewhere we can follow up with.
Yeah. May as well ask here before we leave.
I can talk to that other adventuring party and see if they've come across anything.
Oh, they left yesterday.
That might just tip our hand, though.
They left the other day.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
early in the morning. You saw them leave.
Never mind.
So there might be other adventures. There are people coming and going here all the time. Merchants and whatnot. So down to have some breakfast then.
Yes.
the druid will simply say that she's going to wait for you outside the village because she's not particularly keen on having to talk with Sisters of Heme or Servants of the Worm. No reason to stir up more trouble than necessary, eh?
But that's fun.
And so she will leave, but sort of between she's not necessarily transforming this time. It's more just kind of walking between houses and straight out of the village.
So do we want to...
Well, those questions won't take long to ask.
Oh.
Do you want me to go talk to Narv, the blacksmithy, while you guys are having breakfast so we can just
Sure.
leave? And I'll just catch rations on the road.
I'll make you a doggy bag. No pun intended.
Oof.
Oh, we'll see that. And so you go to Narv, the blacksmith, apparently.
And while they're doing that, I'll start getting our horses and stuff together.
Yeah,
I will
Narv is
go
of course by the
downstairs and
forge.
prep everybody's breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna eat your meal before you set out? So you're all set for today's with as far as food is concerned?
Before we
We might
leave,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Narv is in the smithy as every morning, working away, just heating up the forge really at this early stage in the morning. Brenar, how are you this morning? Rainy day outside.
Good,
today.
Narv. Yeah, very much an overcasty day. I'm hoping you might be able to help me. I'm looking for metal that is magnetic. Any idea?
Magnetic.
Yeah.
None around here. I mean, we don't really have any mines or such. We buy most of our metal. There's some that you can find out in the marshlands if you look in the right spot. Some iron deposits, but not much and not enough to... well, if we know where they are, we go out with a party and try to secure them before the Saurians.
Magnetic rock.
Anyway, but, no, magnetic rocks I know nothing about. Sounds
Okay.
like-
Most
sounds
of it
like
you probably
wizardry.
just get. Yeah, Brenner just smiles and laughs. Yeah, no, we're looking for it for helping one of our companions. Supposedly, it is something to do with alchemy. But anyways, if you happen to talk to any dwarves or anybody that passes through when you're buying some ore locally here, and you happen to hear of anything, just keep an ear out for me if you don't mind.
I'll do that.
And I will give him...
Don't want to be mixed up in any sorcerer's business, you understand. No,
No,
offense to you,
but
sir, but try to keep my nose out of trouble, if you know what I mean.
I wholeheartedly understand. And Brainer will give him 2 silver and basically say that even if you can tell me if they may have something, you don't have to get mixed up further yourself.
Ah, well, those silvers certainly smooth things over with him. You know, I'm much obliged. Well, if you ever come back here and I hear anything about it, I'll let you know. Say, are
Thank
you
you.
staying many more days? I finished up that mail coat for Frida the other day. Yesterday.
I'll let her know to stop by. We were on our way out later this morning here, so I'll make sure that she stops before we leave.
I thought I picked it up yesterday.
Worm, keep you safe on your travels.
Thank you. And then yeah, he'll make his way back to the Silver Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's just having breakfast really in the morning. It's like the other mornings you've been here. You're starting to feel almost like you recognize this place. You spent several days here and had not even close to as much trouble as... It was almost like, yeah, I don't know. Is this like a village any of you have been to before?
This is far too long.
Yep. Getting too comfortable.
I think for Frida and Brainerd, the closest thing would be what was the village we were at just before Peddler's Rest, the one we started in?
No, that was Peddler's Rest. When you
Was
started.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it would have. The closest thing for Frida and Brainerd would have been Peddler's Rest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, once Brainer meets up with the rest, he'll mention to Frida that your armor's ready for pickup from Narv.
Oh, she picked it up yesterday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought I picked it up yesterday.
And that unfortunately Narv didn't know anything, as most of the materials that he acquires for his forge comes from outside of the city.
No. Yeah, I had a feeling we'd have to talk directly to some dwarves.
But he did mention if anybody comes through for trade, he'd ask, at least for me. So.
Well, dwarves, if we go back to the regional map, as far as you know, because you, at least Brenner and Frida did have a dwarf companion when they left Peddler's Rest. And he came from these mountains over here in the west. There are supposedly dwarves in other mountain ranges as well, but...
Do we know where our friends from the Stone Loom Mines went? Or did they stay there, or...?
They would have been up from this mountain range somewhere, yes. They were, in fact... Yeah, I mean, he did tell you a lot. Ulm. So... Let's have a look and see what
I can't remember if they stayed at the mines or if they went to find a village to restock and replenish.
No, they if they survived, the whole point was for them to. He was a Marimanian dwarf.
Okay.
And they would be somewhere around this part of the mountains, I guess. Hard to say for outsiders exactly where the borders between one dwarf clan ends and the other begins. Yeah, that's... So he was headed north. He talked about it a lot, how he would be headed north and tell his kin about everything about what had happened in the mines.
I wonder if the orcs can help us with this, the orc queen.
Not impossible.
Well, we should decide what we're going to focus on, because
Yep.
otherwise we're chasing 10
Too many
different things
leads.
and not making headway on any of them.
I think we should focus on the next ruby and send word to other contacts to work on this piece of information for us. Because there's no sense in going and chasing something when we don't know where it is.
Yeah, if there'd be any way we can get a message to Mog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tricky bit. How do you get messages to Soria and the Eye of the Rose?
How's the orcs
know
and the
that there
Raven
is-
sisters' relationships?
Yeah, you have no idea. But you do know that she has agents in Reddale.
Yes. And that's the agents in Reddale are relatively easy to make contact with for anyone.
Yes. Provided you actually want to go there, but then again, it might take a while.
Well, if we make our way south to look for the ruby, that puts us like 2 days from Stone Loom. We can check on the dwarves there, and Stone Loom is like 2 days from the Eye of the Rose. So we just make a big circle. We just backtrack.
Sounds
Yeah,
like a
because
plan.
I mean, Reddale's really just over a day away, but the dwarves might be a better source of information. Exactly.
In worst case scenario, we can send our Raven sister friend to Reddale, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, she could go. You just have to tell her when you come out of the village. So you've finished up the breakfast, I suppose?
Yes.
Where do you want to head?
I'm gonna pay a silver piece to have a hearty meal for breakfast.
Ah, Indeed.
I'm cooking you all breakfast.
I am eating at the tavern.
I'm aware. I've
That
been
way-
using the tavern's kitchen. I paid extra gold to be able to use their kitchen while we stayed there.
You
That way
paid
you
extra gold so that you
Extra
cook-
silver because we didn't pay gold
Yeah.
for this.
Or
round.
yeah, extra silver. You know what I meant.
You know, you could just pay them regular silver, and then they will bring the food to you.
You proud of a wolf? Brainer speaks
she,
up.
She makes better food. This
My
is-
food just tastes better.
It does indeed.
If you say so.
Your empathy says so.
my empathy does not
What
say
empathy?
so.
My food gives him empathy?
No. It will recover if I lose any,
Yep.
but it doesn't bolster my shitty empathy.
It keeps you from losing that one.
Under this banter of a morning meal, you're feeling quite well energized, stocked up on nice warm food of whatever kind you want, Frida's or the taverns, and potentially ale. Ready to head out into the pouring rain, in other words.
Yep. All right, so our best bet is to head due south, and then we'll be able to pick up the plains on the other side of the forest. So
Indeed. And so you leave the village behind and start your trek into these forbidden lands again. Want to lead the way, Soren?
yep. Just make sure I get all my bonuses accounted for.
Look at that. Works fine. Santair will go with you a little bit on the way because she's heading on some kind of business. Very likely to be something involving Vrelda. Who is doing the scouting?
Oh, I don't know.
Could it be Celestial?
A handsome, unattached elven spring.
Exactly. Look at that.
Well, on the bright side, I ain't pushing it, so.
No, that would be bad.
Ooh.
You can see out in the distance as you get back onto the plains again. You're all on your horses, right? You still have them. You're looking through the glass, and which is so useful on these plains. And there, in the distance, must be a kilometer away or something. There's something walking northwards, so in your general direction. But it's just steaming. Like
Oh, there's Tiramalda.
water is just water vapor that's just rising from this thing. And with your looking glass, yeah, you're gonna guess it's Tiramalda.
Well, we will give that a wide berth, I think, since we seem to be lacking in anything,
Magnetic rockish.
whatever that means.
When this is pointed out to the Raven sister in your midst, it must have followed me. How did it find me here? Well,
I don't know, but good luck.
thank you. I will.
It may have been called by the sister in the city as well.
I will make a hasty retreat from here. You understand, of course.
Of course.
I do not wish to tarry. So she will start weaving a spell. Let's see if that works for her.
Did we ask her to talk to the orcs?
We can as she's leaving. I mean, she understands us.
We should maybe mention that.
Stopping in at Red Barn.
Dale.
It's a barn.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah, Red Dale though. Now, find female orc. Mention this passphrase, and they'll either give information or reach out to Soria.
So what are you telling her?
basically how to contact Soria for us to ask about the metal rock or the magnetic rock.
Very well, she says. I will try to do what you ask. She's staying as long as she dares. Good luck now. That thing is dangerous. And then she flies away.
Oh, really?
I could overcast that spell.
Giant walking metal death machine. Yes, it's dangerous.
I mean, okay, Captain Obvious.
Yeah. If you want to keep emphasizing how dangerous it is, Freda, I might just turn into a bird and fly away too.
Just saying. I mean, we've taken on a few giants before, but nothing that had flaming armor.
And has been declared invulnerable shy of this one weakness.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's, as I think Soren mentioned, give it a wide berth and keep going.
No, hey, she flew off to our left. We should probably ride to our right.
Exactly.
It'd be interesting to see if it continues to follow.
Question for Soren and Celestial. Can anything track magic?
Yes. But you have to be really good.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's tracking her magic.
Well, it doesn't look like a druid to me.
Even if it is, better her than us.
I agree. I'm just curious as to how it's tracking her, if it's supposed to be big, slow, and dumb.
But it's usually sent in a direction. And like I said, the sister in the town may have called for it to deal with troubles in the area as a show of how rust is better than worm.
You mean how to just step on you?
That could even be there. That could even be there to deal with us. So, as per Soren, let's.
Yep.
Yeah, no, those are all good theories.
We will continue to move south.
Indeed. And thus continue to lead the way. And you do manage to avoid Terra Malda. It will keep moving northwards, and then stop out there in the plains. But by that time, you're starting to gain so much distance on it. You're on horses. It's walking in that slow piece of armor suit. So it's gonna be really hard for it to catch up with you guys. It's not terribly hard to get away from it at all, which might be nice.
And if it turns out that it can track magic, then when we have the tools necessary to deal with it, then we can maybe find it.
Oh, I believe that if nothing else, my lessons with my brother of the Order before he went on his way can ensure that I can find Terra Malda.
Oh, good.
If we need to.
So...
Let's just make sure I have a weapon that can kill it first.
When the time comes.
When the time comes. Very well. So, okay, let's have a look. You have explored another hex. And, wait, Soren should be rolling survival, I believe.
Yeah, I think he clicked the wrongie.
Did I?
Yeah,
you rolled scouting.
Scouting is then.
Oh.
I mean, I can roll survival, but that'd be kind of funny. Not because I'm bad, but just because of the situation.
My skill is actually the same either way, so.
Okay, so that doesn't matter. Then we have scouting for Celestial. Look at that.
Now I see things less obvious than Terramalda.
Yes, indeed. And this time there is not much to see. There is some deer leaping over the plains and some other animals. Maybe a fox, maybe not.
Hey, Soren, what does the fox say?
Exactly.
It says ow.
So yeah, you've made your way halfway through the morning, and other than Terramalda, you have seen very little.
Is it, judging by the forest, is it possible to get into that forest before we have to make camp?
This is the morning. With horses, you travel 3 hexes per quarter day. So you can definitely get into the forest, and open forest counts towards that as well. So you can definitely get into that forest. It doesn't impede your progress very much at all.
All right.
Unless Soren
Gets us lost.
gets you lost. Which he doesn't.
That tree, I've seen it before somewhere.
Exactly.
As we come out of the forest, oh, okay, I know where we are now. We're just north of Lake Clay. Okay, we've been here before.
Oh, that's interesting. So you are. I have to check a thing among my notes. Let's have a look and see where we are at. GM is checking his notes because, of course, my players go to strange places that I never expect.
You have 4 experienced players who like to think outside the box and then step on it.
Yes. No, that's not okay. We'll do that again. Well, you're getting into the forest. It is still raining heavily. You're all soaking wet by now. It's not the best travel weather ever. But on the other hand, if you are just about any of you, because you're all used to being in the wilds, this is hardly something that you are bothered by or consider terribly encumbering. You've all extensive wilderness training and experience. So it's just another day of traveling in a forest that is dripping wet. Your cloaks, your hoods are deep over your faces as you keep traveling, and you will see more of the wildlife as you continue moving.
Careful you don't catch a cold, Brainard.
Squirrels, more deer, maybe a moose, who knows?
Double speed here. You know how difficult it is to ride horseback?
Rita's a little grumpy just because she doesn't like her fur being wet.
Very little.
She's cursing about rusting her new chainmail.
Mm-hmm. But as you keep traveling through this forest here, Celestial will see. This time you have. I'm gonna give you that you have. It's open forest. You can see better with the scouting glass than without it. And you will in fact notice that somewhere that their direction, so that would be southwest-ish, in the forest, same hex that you're in. There seems to be a camp of some sort. There's smoke rising from over there.
It's camp over there. Odd, because it's still early in the day.
Maybe they're a late start. Maybe they're late risers.
I was gonna say maybe they just haven't packed up to move on yet. Do we want to go talk to people?
Oh, couldn't hurt. Find out what's going on.
Did you catch the cold and not Brainard?
Maybe.
You always say it couldn't hurt, but it really could hurt somebody.
She's not wrong.
It could be Rust Brothers, and then I'll have to kill them.
It could really hurt those Rust brothers. Yes, exactly.
I mean, with the horses, we can probably be to where we want to be by the time it's time to make camp. So
Sure, let's go have a chit chat.
Great. So you're making your way towards the camp, and as you get a bit closer, now again, this is a forest here, so you can't see that far. In the best of places, maybe a couple of 100 meters, something like that. Every once in a while, if there's a slight rise in the landscape, you see a bit further than that over the treetops, but it's definitely not the plains anymore. But you've come to just about that sort of range when, given the scouting roll, Celestial will notice that this camp is, first of all, it's at least semi-permanent, because there's a slight palisade or such like around it. Not sturdy, not like around a village, but someone has taken enough
wall.
Someone has taken enough trouble to set up some fairly thin stems of young trees, sharpen them up on the one side. It's about man-sized, human-sized, and it circles a small position there. And the person who is watching the entryway into this little camp is an orc.
Excellent.
They don't seem to have seen you yet.
What's the banners?
The banners have the monolith on it.
Do you remember if we liked that one?
It's not Soria's banner.
No.
Yeah, but they weren't exactly... They weren't...
No. I think these are the
Oh, are these the ones we had to run off?
Snake motif is the Azir, and the Roka, I think, is an obelisk.
That's what I was like. I think this is the one that we have to worry about.
Yeah, they don't seem to have noticed you yet. The orc in question has a flail as a weapon and a shield, and is basically just standing guard by the entryway.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure these are Roka lands, aren't they?
Obelisk. Yes. So I think that was the whole point last time, as we met in with the Rokas and the Asir, and they were fighting over the slave when we walked by.
So Roka is Roka the one we like or the one we don't like? Because I can't remember.
We don't like any of them, Frida, except for the one we're working with.
I don't remember.
You're asking the wrong person here.
Yeah. So the Roka is not the one we like. So we should probably avoid this.
Are these the ones that'll kill us on sight?
The other ones didn't, but that doesn't mean that the things haven't changed with the ongoing conflict.
Camp. Unless, Celestial, how many other people do you see?
It's hard to say because of the palisade itself, but judging by the semi-permanent nature of it, they'd have at least a squad.
You at the camp? Yeah, it's another big berth
More
around
than
this.
Us.
Yep.
I can probably only take 2, maybe 3 orcs at a time.
Well, we will try to scout around the encampment.
That you can do. The question now is south or southeast or southwest or northwest or northeast. There's a lot of alternatives.
We'll go south, and then we'll hug the shore of the lake around.
That's fair. Now you don't actually have to do a lead the way roll again, because you've been there before.
Oh, excellent.
Though I would still want Celestial to do that scouting roll.
See, I told you trying to talk to people could cause trouble.
That's my entire life.
By the way, now we're on the second quarter day here, so.
Except for that one moment. Did you just like have a senior moment or something? Like random personality change?
To be honest, I was hoping that there would be poachers or something.
Why didn't you use your looking glass there?
Oh, yeah. Second. Nah, didn't change anything.
No, it didn't.
This is not my hex.
It is not. Yeah,
I feel like it'd be cheating to cast a spell at that point.
Oh, that's interesting. You keep walking, and Celestia is trying to keep a watch out for you as you find yourselves walking straight into a very well-hidden camp of some kind. Another one. You just sort of know that you are in the middle of it when you hear a voice going, "Who goes there?" And in front
good,
of you,
they failed their scouting roll too.
Yeah. In front of you are two people with short bows. They're dressed with typical Asleen garb. Those long pants, the tunics with all the patterns on them, the hat. And yeah, they're standing there.
We're just passing through. We didn't see your camp.
To your left is a small tower, wooden tower. It has like maybe 2 stories to it, so more like a wooden house, but it's kind of shaped like a square. And just next to it is an attempt to build something more, maybe stables, something like that, but it's far from finished yet. It's maybe half finished. There's piles of woods lying there. The two Asleens are looking at each other. They're really confused. We must have surprised them completely. You shouldn't be here.
That's great. We'll keep moving.
We won't be here any longer then.
Yeah, they will.
Freedom to the people. Bye.
Given that there's 4 of you, one of whom is a very big and imposing
Wolfkin
Wolfkin.
and chainmail.
Yeah, they are seemingly not terribly interested in starting a fight.
That's probably a really smart move. My sword's gonna get hungry soon.
They will, in fact, let you go.
Won't be but a moment. Good job on the camp.
Yeah, you can see like a cooking pit, and they were kind of there's like smoke coming out of the chimney on the tower, and it's definitely in the middle of them making lunch.
Celestial Soren, how did you miss that?
It smelled good.
That's fair.
Not my job to keep my eyes open.
Alright. Did it smell good, Mikkel? What's their level of cooking?
Not your style of good, no.
Okay.
No, it's more along the lines of it's getting to lunchtime. I'm not hungry, but hey, I smell food.
I'm not hungry, but I could eat.
I guess.
Pretty much me consistently.
And then, as we start making our way along the shores of Lake Clay and the river there, I'm going to keep my eye open, see if there's any place where the river is fordable.
Yeah.
No,
where you are now,
we're going to have to cross. So.
On the north shore of the lake, no.
No. But as we move down to the southwest, I'm going to start keeping my eye open. I'm going to try to keep us as close to the shore as possible, looking for a way to cross over.
Yeah, you're kind of moving along the north shore there, and again, you know, you're now in familiar territory, if you will.
Yeah.
But I guess Celestia will be keeping an eye out.
Whoa! Oh God, no.
Or not.
Apparently my luck has turned for the day.
Indeed. Let's see now. Is this...
Well, it's because we're past lunch now, so you're hungry.
Yes,
It's the rain. Yep. No cons.
I just needed to check the terrain there. All right.
Here, take some rations. See if it helps.
You're not yourself, etc., etc. But apparently, no ill becomes of that. It comes of that, which is, I suppose, your lucky day. You have one more hex that you can travel through before you have to take a break for the night, if that is what you want to do.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering. Is there a place to ford along these riverbanks, or?
Not much, no. Here it's fairly wide.
Okay.
It's a quite mature river here.
And we'll continue along the shoreline.
Yeah. And so you do.
Since I don't have to lead the way, can I help Celestial with the scouting?
I guess you can add another skill die. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I'll allow it. The pouring rain. And now it succeeds. And you can consider yourselves quite lucky that, well, there's just hasn't been anything to accost you right now.
The rain's keeping everything inside.
I'm just gonna say that our viewers and fans should tune into our other shows, because clearly my dice luck is
Turning as much
currently
as
in
others
other
do.
games.
Exactly.
All of my bad luck is in the alien game.
Thankfully.
Takes a tremendous amount of skill to roll 13 dice and not get a single success.
We can talk
It
to your
does.
wife about that one.
Yeah, I mean, armor rolls in Alien.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That was more than 13 dice, sir. Started to look like my die rolling. Anyway, it's starting to... The sun is starting to set for the day. You come back to where you've been before. That little ferry place for Stillside.
Yep.
You could use it. You have no idea if there are Rust Brothers over there or not. There might still be.
Well, regardless if they're there or not, we still need to go there. I don't think we want the Rust Brothers finding one of these emeralds.
Oh goodness, no.
Secondarily, where it's becoming night, we should be able to quickly determine if they're got camp or not, because they would probably be having some...
If they can. I mean, everything is wet, so I don't know if fire's even a possibility.
fires across the way, wouldn't they? Fire is always a possibility, Soren. As long as I'm
Right, but fires with them may not be a possibility.
in the group. They are Rust after all.
Are you going to make camp here?
They are
Yeah.
nothing but bloody cultists, is all they are.
Yeah, we should set up camp on this side of the river, so that way,
Like we did last time we were here.
Yeah, so if we encounter anything, we'll be fresh.
So let's see if you make some camp then. You have bonuses for that, don't you nowadays, Soren?
Yeah, I've got a tent.
Yeah, so that's at least a +1, if not +2. I can't remember. Off the
I
top of my
will
head.
add a skill die if that's possible to help Soren.
Yes.
Afraid I'll do some heavy lifting.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's my roll for the day. I'm done.
Exactly. There
It
is
is the best
definitely
camp
no
ever.
mishap with setting up camp. It's perfect. The best camp you've ever had.
There's
Describe
a
it.
lean-to over the tent, and the fire's going, and
There's
the
absolutely
cookpot's
no
already
smoke
set
coming
up,
from it.
and-
Somehow.
I do suggest while we're getting the camp set up, if one of the other two wants to try to get some rest while we get the camp set up, that way somebody's alert for keeping watch over the night.
Hey, Brainard, maybe you should do that.
Yeah. Brainer's gonna take this quarter day and finish Soren's bow.
Isn't Brennar super tired by now?
Oh. Brainer is currently sleepy.
Yeah.
But Brainer's gonna try and push it because
Okay then.
Well, I guess I'm taking the nap then.
So who is keeping watch? That leaves no one to keep watch this evening.
They'll be
while they're
fine.
making camp. They'll be fine. And as it turns out, they will be fine. Nothing happened, even though you didn't keep watch. Sometimes you just have to luck out.
That's right.
Yeah, so at any rate, you're making the camp there, and Brennar is working with a bow. How many quarter days have you been working on that bow now?
he's got the wits to do it. That is officially the last quarter day. I've had 8 quarter day chunks, and I need technically 8 quarter days to make a
Right, because
plus
it took
1.
double the time.
Yeah.
So the bow
Double
is
the
in fact
time.
finished, and it gives an extra geared eye bonus to Soren, doesn't it? Because
Yeah,
it's
let me
a
just
superb
bring
bow.
up the talent here. It sounds right. You make ranged weapon with a weapon bonus that is 1 point higher than normal. So yeah, 2 instead of 1.
Very good.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Soren has the best bow he's ever owned, maybe?
Oh, Brainer will totally put Soren's name on it.
Ooh, in
Yeah.
I was gonna say elf script, but yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. And then I guess everybody's going to bed. Your first night away from Brinestrand. You've made a really good headway today. Thanks to horses.
Nay, sir. Nay.
And I guess Celestial is keeping watch during the night.
Yep.
And that means that Brennar, if he gets a full night's sleep, can actually start healing wits again.
I will safe cast True Sight for the night.
So you can see at night.
A lot better.
Yes. You can do that, can't you? So
Yep.
you have very high levels of awareness. Which means that it succeeds automatically without you even rolling a die.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then my
helps.
scouting sans gear.
It helps. Do you have a magnifying glass? No, it doesn't really
No.
matter.
That's why I said without sans gear.
Yeah. So you have no negatives for the night. Your
Oh, I
eyes
do
are
have
almost...
magnifying glasses, but I'm not using it with safe casting. I don't need more power.
Exactly. Your eyes are almost like a wolf's now. Perhaps they do glint a little bit in the dark. You can see everything as were it a day. And there you can see it, in fact. This is sometime... let's see now. I'm going to go to midnight-ish of the 39th. The rain has stopped finally. It's dripping everywhere. You can hear the night sounds of the forest. Somewhere a fox, somewhere a deer. Probably owls, other nightlife. And out there, you hear suddenly the neighing of a horse. And you're kind of looking around, and you can see it about 150 meters away or something like that. It's not close to discovering the camp as such. The wind is in the wrong direction for it. Your camp is really well hidden. Soren has done an excellent job this night. But it's standing there. It's a proud stallion. It has a saddle, it has bags, it has a saddle blanket. But it does not have an owner. It does not have a rider. It's just a horse standing there and twisting its head, frustrated in the dark. Maybe it doesn't want to go any further because it's too dark for it.
I'll cautiously make my way over towards it.
Yeah, it's standing there, and once you get close enough, it will react to your presence. Kind of walk backwards away from you.
I'll raise my hands in the universal signal of no harm intended. Works for many man and beast.
It does. It seems to not recognize your gesture, and keeps backing away, like any normal horse would if it's kind of spooked.
I talk to it in a calming tone and like, "Whoa, there, boy, it's okay. It's
Animal
all right."
handling, please. Oh, look at that.
I pull the trigger, yeah!
Wow.
And boom goes the push dynamite.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Yeah, you approach it, and your tongue is smooth as silk for this horse. It soon calms down. Yeah, there it is. You can take the reins of the horse. It will stand, and in fact, it'll nuzzle up to you because you seem like a very safe person, and it seems like it's very much in need of a safe person right now.
I gently brush its neck, give it some token animal feed I have on me.
No, it's very grateful to take this.
As I try and take stock of it to see if I can tell why it's here on its own.
Well,
or how.
Looking over the equipment, you will notice that the saddle is in fact splattered with a little bit of blood. It's dry now, but unmistakable. You wouldn't have seen it if you didn't have that true sight cast, because it's so dark. But thanks to your sharpened senses, your magically enhanced vision, you can see it. Whatever happened to the owner, it was probably not anything good.
No.
There are some a heraldic sign on all the equipment as well. In fact, a stallion.
Interesting. I guess I'll bring it back to the camp so I can check the saddlebags and stuff better.
Mm-hmm.
And also not leave my people alone in case something came the other way.
Yeah. So yeah, you're looking through the material in the saddlebags.
Yeah.
And it is. What could it be?
So still got a bag.
Some silver coins in the bag.
I'll go to sleep soon enough, Soren. I'm keeping watch. And I have a friend here.
As you handle this horse for a while, I mean, you find the silver coins in a purse. There's a blanket here, basic camping equipment, like a flint and steel, some rope, some field rations, water. Someone who was used to traveling had this horse, and that's the things that you can find in the saddlebags. But you will also notice, given this amazing animal handling roll, that this horse is in fact combat trained.
Oh.
Yep, the telltale signs of a horse that is used to be the saddle is definitely something that someone who is a trained horse fighter, possibly a knight, would use. This is not a workhorse.
Wow, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stake him with some near the, but not with the other horses because they tend to be a little bit more frisky of an animal.
Mm-hmm.
Get him some feed, and I'll take off the saddle to rub him down.
Indeed. And so passes the rest of the night. No one more will accost you this night, and everyone will wake up rested, including Brennar. After his long haul working on that bow.
Yeah, you're no longer sleepy.
You are all awake. On this, the 39th of Springrise, it is now dawn.
Oh, have you met my new friend?
That's.
What a pretty boy.
I'm not even going to ask where you found a horse in the middle of nowhere.
It was actually wandering nearby riderless with the signs of its knight having been slain. I couldn't find the knight's body, but I did find this poor boy.
Did it run from that army that's not too far away?
It's likely a surviving mount.
It's not that whole fox situation all over again, is it?
No, pretty sure it would have made itself known if it was that whole fox situation. Plus, I would have seen through it.
Just checking. You do your wiggity, I do mine.
I used the truest sight possible last night while watching. Found some silver.
Silver's always good.
At least the horse pays.
The horse did pay for its meal.
Indeed.
I'll give everyone 2 of the 11 silver coins. Each.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right. So it's time to set off again in the morning?
Yep. We're going to find a place to ford the river and get across.
Yeah. Did you want to signal to... yeah, indeed, food. And water. That's exactly right.
Frida's still super hungry, I take it.
Yes.
Look at her.
Frida does have to roll twice for food and water. But it works. Though some other people seem to have a bit of trouble here.
I used some water. That's all it was.
Yeah. And I think...
but hey, there's a river right here.
So are you signaling to because you can see there are, in fact, that place again that you were. There are still people there and manning the piers. There's a boat there, just like last time.
Yeah, we may as well. I don't see any other way across.
Doesn't seem to be. This is true.
So everybody just keep aware just in case there's rust around.
My sword is hungry. This is fine.
If Celestial wants to do some scouting before you cross, look over and see if you can find Rust Brothers or Iron Guard or that kind of thing.
You mean
Feel
what
free
I
to.
expect to see when I look over there?
Look at there. You can see the patrols. I mean, I'm gonna assume here that you're taking a while, so maybe up to an hour just to make sure. And sure enough, there are patrols around the palisade. People are working now here. You can see smoke coming up from inside the palisades, and farmers or possibly slaves working on repairing this this village.
Continuing on what there was only a little bit of when we were here the first time.
Well, there's definitely the banner of rust is flying high over the village, and you will be able to tell that there's at least one iron guard walking there together with militia. So yes, there are Rust Brothers and such like around here.
So, do you want to continue going south instead?
Well, we need the village is where the emerald is.
My understanding, the village was further south than here at Lake Clay.
Well, the legend did say a couple of days northeast of the Bloudwater, which is this marshland. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes just about where it could be, including the one with the actual village in.
Okay, well then we'll check the village last.
Fair.
I was gonna say, I can't go in that village without literally starting a fight.
Sounds like a good time. Let's go.
Okay. So south you go. And it's still areas that you've been to before.
Yep.
So, yeah, you can keep scouting. And like yesterday, it seems that you have a fairly smooth travel this time around. You've traveled, what could it be now? Mid-morning, something like that. It's a clear sky today. A bit warmer than yesterday too. It's now warming up decently. It's got to be 15 degrees centigrade, something like, what was that? Upper 50s in Fahrenheit? Something like that.
I don't pay attention to fake degrees.
Shots fired. Americans will be outraged.
Apparently, the easy conversion is take your Celsius, double it, subtract 10%, and add 32.
That sounds like a lot of math.
That is no, that can't be it.
That doesn't sound easy at all.
It's not easy.
59. Yeah. So.
15 times 2, 30, 10%, 27, plus 32, 59.
Okay, okay, that works out. Okay, that's fair enough.
It's not perfectly precise, but it gives you a really good idea.
Yeah.
It's one of like 3 things I remember from Boy Scouts.
It is a brilliant day today to be out walking. I mean, you're still all kind of wet and clammy because things don't dry up that fast. But it's almost like you're getting towards summer, and at this point it's just 6 days to the next great holiday, in fact. Maybe you will be celebrating that out in the wilds. But there it is. It's entirely possible that you will celebrate it out in the wilds.
Well, as everybody's like, oh look, the sun is out. It's a beautiful day. I don't feel quite as wet or damp. I'm gonna lead them directly into the fog there.
Yeah, awesome. Spring turn is coming in just a week or so. And after that, spring wane will come. So. Yes, and now you're leading them into a bog, which will basically end the quarter day because this is rough terrain now. And you're leading them well.
So everybody keep their eye open for either a way to ford the river to the other side of the bog, or for maybe an emerald just laying here someplace on the ground.
This is in fact a new type of terrain that you have not explored before, because this is quagmires.
This is lovely.
Yes, as you move out of the forest, you will notice how much wetter everything becomes. Now, I'm not really sure how quagmire translates to marsh or swamp, but yeah. It's clear here that the river is making everything absolutely soaked and waterlogged. And that stalls your progress immediately. The horses do not particularly like this type of terrain at all. And Celestial is, as always, on the lookout for things. And as you're looking out, you will hear, in fact, before you see it, a clucking sound. And then more clucking sounds.
We're not alone.
You are not. You can see before they see you, it's over, must be a couple of 100 meters away, maybe even half a kilometer, hopefully. They're distant enough. It's long range with a longbow, at least. Odd creatures moving around. Gray, green, scaly skin, sharp teeth. They have to be saurians. They don't seem to have seen you yet, but it's only a matter of time because you, of course, have horses, which stick out as a sore thumb.
Excellent. I was looking for something to kill.
Soren.
They are more people than you. In fact, a group of almost 10.
Hey, Soren, can you pick off a few from here before we get there?
Yeah, absolutely I can.
Excellent. Brainer, what about you? Maybe some emulation? Even the odds a little bit. I'd probably take a few, but...
You're gonna stay and
we'll
fight?
see.
Sounds to me like you're intending to stay and fight.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way around these with the horses. They're going to notice us.
So I'll put out you guys. Why is that one so small? I don't even know.
It's okay.
And where can I find? There we go. Really?
The advantage of using Foundry is I know how to manipulate my tokens.
Yeah. There we go. So they're gonna be quite a distance away. I probably need to make some nice zones around here. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So yeah, there's quite a few of them. What about some zones? So I would say that this is a zone, reasonably. This would be one zone. Here's another. And a third. The terrain is very favorable for archers. And they don't actually have bows. They have spears and clubs.
Well, I will aim and shoot one of them.
Indeed. Gonna have
Now,
to.
if they don't know we're here, do I get a bonus?
I'd say so.
So let me make sure everything's counted in here. Right. There's my skill, there's my marksmanship, there's my gear, there's my artifact die, there's my talent. What kind of bonus do I have because they're not aware of us?
I'll give you. Let's see now. Isn't that in the ambush rules?
Probably.
Let's have a look. Combat. Ambushes and sneak attacks. So, you get a free action before you draw the initiative. The target cannot dodge or parry a sneak attack. That's it. Ambush is a special kind of sneak attack. You lie in wait. Yeah, that. Okay, you get a +2. So, that's a hit.
3 damage.
That's a very good hit. That's 3 points of damage, right?
Yep.
And
I will spend a willpower to ignore his armor.
yep.
Actually, I can do that after you roll, so I'll wait.
Okay. It does have some scaly protection there.
Let me double check the talent. I think I can do that.
Okay. It has scales for protection. I didn't put it in the monster format here, so that's... I can just roll my d6s. And that is 1 success, so you can avoid that.
I will avoid his armor.
Okay.
And then I will spend a willpower to shoot him a second time.
Okay. You hit him right center mass. It staggers. It's staggering in that muddy area where it's walking. It's not quite dead yet, but it's taken real blow.
Okay. Takes another 1 damage.
And I will roll. It does not, unless you...
I will ignore the armor too. I'm trying to drop one of them before they
Yeah.
get chances. Actually, no, I need my willpower for other things.
Oh, you're gonna use it or not?
I'm not going to use it.
Okay. That means that the second arrow does, in fact, glance off its scaly hide. I need to remember how many points of damage this guy has taken. Okay. Then, does anyone else have ranged attacks here at all? This is long distance now.
I'm near.
Yeah. So I guess we just roll initiative then.
Yeah, I'm melee.
Yeah. And of course...
I didn't take the other bow yet, so...
Yeah.
Just remember to reset the initiative before we roll.
Oh, do we have to reset? Oh, yeah, right. So where's the initiative table thing? It's been a while since... Is it the card? No? Rollable tables?
Tables, decks, initiative deck.
Yes. Decks, initiative deck, and reset. There we go. I reset it. Hopefully it works now. Did we add... We haven't added Soren yet. Okay. I rolled a 9 for the Saurian warriors. I guess I should just use that one for all of them, because otherwise it gets too messy. All right. So everyone except Frida. Frida, how are you doing there? Frida?
Thought I did the thing, and it's not doing the thing.
Probably
don't
ran
know
out
why.
of results.
Should I try?
Maybe it's because I'm in Dex.
I can try to roll for you.
Yeah, if you don't mind, Mikhail.
There we go. It's a
Thank
10. Yay, that's the best results. In a different game. Okay, Brennar, you're first. You can see them over there.
Yeah, context, are we still on horseback?
That's up to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Rainer's gonna get off his horse and basically start making his way between zones. That's about.
Okay. Yeah, you can get up to around here-ish. The water here is not so deep that you have to swim or what have you. Now, you are moving, you're running, which means that you do have, because this is rough terrain, so you do have to roll move.
That's all I can do. Yay! Hopefully I don't hurt myself.
Otherwise, you will fall over in the brambles and the difficult terrain. You will fall over in the brambles and the difficult terrain. Unless you push it, which is going to hurt you.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have the best of luck and I got a lot of willpower. I'm just going to fall.
Okay, so you fall somewhere there-ish. You don't quite get across. Soren, your turn again.
I will aim at one of them and then shoot him in the face.
That sounds like a plan.
The same one.
Yeah, he has that arrow sticking out already, and the other arrow was sort of glanced off, but torn into his side a bit. Not enough to do damage.
I will hit him for 5.
Oh! Yeah, right between the eyes. He not even with the best armor roll can I defeat that. I'll just check because it's fun. And I did so one of them, but that doesn't matter. Describe how this Saurian warrior goes down.
Just a sec here. I just want to see what I got for my criticals.
Yeah, he's dead anyway.
Oh, there we go. so that arrow catches him like right in the groin.
And it just falls over, and the others start screaming. They start screaming, "Pigs! Pigs! Large piggies! Big ugly pigs!" They're screaming. And yeah, that's their response for the moment. Celestial, your turn.
Oh, jeez. I'm an outed piggy over here.
Exactly.
Did Brenner fall off his horse?
Exactly.
He got off the horse gracefully and then ran towards the water and
Brainer
fell.
decided to run.
The ground just gave way from under his foot, and he just face planted in the mud.
He's just not used to running with a broadsword.
I suppose.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
You do
Slow
have a
clap
short
for
bow,
Brainer.
but you have to get closer to be able to use it.
No, I'll I'd ride a little closer to use it.
You could. That would be an
to
animal handling roll.
To like that sound.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to drive the horse on. Animal handling, if you please. That works.
Next time I'll use the combat stallion.
Now, I believe that horses can move faster and further than mere humans in combat. And are you on the combat trained horse as well?
No.
Okay.
That's part why I'm not. That's part why I'm.
Well, it doesn't really matter. They both have 2 movement, so you can in fact move through 2 zones.
Yes, but I want to be 1 zone away from them. I mean,
that's fair.
So I don't have
That's
the
fair.
range. So I don't have the range bonus or penalty.
Yep. That's fair. But it's just the benefit of having a horse is that you can move 2 zones.
I mean, it looks like I'm farther away than it is for purposes of combat.
Yeah. So, yeah, on you go.
And then I'll shoot him.
Then you'll shoot him. That is fair. Move and shoot.
Okay. Yes, because I don't have to ready thanks to my good friend Soren.
Yeah, he trained you well.
So I do need to grab something. Where is it? There we go. Just all the big movements. Yeah, I ain't pushing that. I'll blow out my bow on my first shot.
Well, you oh yeah, you did. Oh, did you? Was that a push? No, you're not.
No.
But you hit something. For 1 point of damage potentially, unless the armor roll gets in the way, and it does not. So you actually do manage to wound it. Yeah, the arrow flies. It. Where would you hit it for 1 point of damage? What would it look like?
That celestial passage comes to a halt alongside the water, brings up his bow, shoots, and not going to be anything fancy, just basically catches him on the shoulder with the arrow. Hello?
Yeah, no, I was just Chris had some problem with his headphones there.
Yeah, my headphones just went like super nothing but static, so I switched jacks here so I can hear you guys. I'm just gonna sort of like wave at the screen when it's my turn. I'm just gonna try to see if I can get this better.
Anyhow, so yes, you hurt that thing, which is then it's them. Okay, yeah, they're gonna do what they can to storm ahead towards all of you, which is basically moving to this combat zone for one fast action.
Yes, please come get in melee range.
Yep, that is entirely what they intend to do. They're screaming and hollering as they go. Now I will of course have to roll their move, just like yours. Because that is the way of things. So let's see now. Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna give them a slight bonus for being saurians in their natural habitat, if you will. Let's see how many of them make it. That's one. I don't think all of them will. That's 2, 3. Nope. One is still there. I guess they're just surprised that you're coming here and making trouble.
Rainer doesn't even remotely feel bad now. It's supposed to be there.
Okay, so about half of them managed to get across, which is good for you, because now they're split in 2 groups. They will keep moving till the next zone, because they really have nothing else to do with their lives. Which means more rolls on their part. Not all of them make it. They are yelling and screaming and jabbering between themselves and just trying to get there. But clearly they are moving at different speeds. And that is not helping them at all as a coherent group. And that's all of them for now. 2 of them are getting closer, are outrunning the others, basically. Frida, your turn.
Sorry, my audio is being a dick. So first, Frida is tired of their fucking chittering, so I am going to not just growl, but roar.
Ooh. Is this an intimidation?
This is an intimidation. So I add my reputation to that, don't I?
I'm gonna say that it's not gonna matter for these guys. Or maybe it would. How would they have heard of you? Yeah, I don't think they could have heard of you in any particular way because they don't hang out in
I
villages.
killed a bunch of them to escape before Peddler's Rest.
I suppose that's fair. I'll give you
and
plus 2
I killed a
then.
bunch of them in Stoneloam.
I'll give you a +2 then.
That would be... Is that gear or is that...
It's a modifier.
Oh, there it is.
Of course, in this case, so intimidation. What you do is let's see now. Because in this game, if you succeed with a manipulation roll, they have to accept or attack. Intimidate. I'm gonna say that if you succeed, they will not attack you. They might attack the others, but they're not gonna attack you.
Okay. So I will roar.
Yep.
And then...
that's an excellent roll. They are not going to attack you.
Yeah, normally Frida just growls, but she's outright like, ah!
Yep.
And then I will use the horse to try to get closer if I can do that.
Sure. Animal handling. Nope.
Terrain.
Oh!
That is not something you want to push at all.
No,
you
I don't.
can't even do it because you can't push when you have all 3 ones.
Yeah. Let's say
You
you can't
just
push when you
failed,
immediately
but
break yourself.
You are not a knight of any type of knightly order.
I
The
might
horse
be
is
too
just not
heavy
moving.
for this horse.
Yeah, no, this horse is just, nope, I'm not going anywhere. This is muddy. No, ma'am. I am staying right here where my
You
hooves are
just
safe.
roared
Thank
and
you
made a
very much.
bunch of noise. I'm not going anywhere. You're scarier than they are.
Yeah, exactly. That horse is just, nope. Nobody nope.
Maybe
nope.
I should have moved before I roared.
If it could nope away from here, it would. So yeah, that's
what
your
happens when I
first
scare the horse.
fast action. You have a second fast action if you want to.
I will dismount, but I then cannot move because
Yep.
my movement's a slow action.
Yeah. All right. Back to Brennar.
What?
Well, Brainer is going to pick himself up, which I'm assuming is a slow action.
I think it's a fast action.
It's a fast.
Fast
Action?
action. Right, stand up
Oh.
for prone.
Excellent. And then there's nothing still in the same zone as me, so I might as well try and transition zones here and join up with Celestial.
Yep. Roll to move. Squish, squish, squish your feet through that mud. And you succeed. This time.
Okay.
That will be your turn. Soren's turn.
Okay. These 2 that are closing in on Celestial. One of these is wounded already.
Yes.
Okay. I will shoot that guy.
Go ahead.
Question: if I'm only moving within the same zone, do I still have to make a move check?
Yes, I believe so, because you are going through rough terrain. Let's have a look. Zones and range. So fast action, run, move in rough zone. So yes, you're in a rough zone.
Okay. All right. Well, I will just get into these trees.
No, you
here
must.
for a
Let's see now.
little
You
bit.
must move. You must roll move when you run into the zone. Okay, fair enough. So you don't actually have to roll inside the same zone.
Okay. So I will just I will move there and I will aim and shoot at this guy because I can shoot at the same time I run.
Yep. You're the group Robin Hood.
With a little bit more questionably morale.
Mhm.
Possibly. That's a hit. I will roll the armor. And oh, look at that armor roll. You're supposed to do what? 3 points of damage with that?
Yeah. So I
And-
do 1.
Hmm?
So I
So
do
you-
1.
You only do 1 point of damage on this guy. Yeah, the arrow still stays there.
Okay. And I will very quickly spend a willpower to fire off a shot at the other guy.
Sure.
I'm working on the assumption they attack using might, so if I can whittle them down a bit, maybe the attacks won't be as bad.
That's a hit.
And it's only 1 damage.
Yeah. Which is negated by the armor. It just glances off those scales.
I will ignore the armor. That way, at
You
least
will ignore the armor, and then it is in fact 1 point of damage.
Yep, get some damage on him anyway.
Yeah. You have a goodly scratch on the shoulder. And that is your turn.
Yep.
So Celestial.
Well.
They are close enough now for archery range. That much is sure for sure.
They're getting a little close for archery range.
Yeah, this is short range for you.
Yeah.
Well, near range, really, because it's in the same zone.
Yeah, short's a zone away.
Yeah. Well, since it's a swamp, an argument could be made for it being short. Distances kind of constrain a bit. But I can... They're also close. What is the best for you? I guess near is better for you.
Well, no, because it is ranged at short, ideally. Because near means they don't have to make a movement roll to get over here and try and take my face off. So I will attempt to get my horse back to move it to another zone.
Fair enough.
Eminel's friend.
Yes, you are indeed. You get yourself into a zone further away.
Since I'm feeling kind of like a dick.
Flank them! The horse is moving through the water fast. And yes, with that possibility, you can start shooting them from... This is going to be a negative on your...
No, I'm going to shoot the one that Soren hit last. That's still short. Because zone rules.
Yes, the next zone, yeah.
Just more making if he's coming after me, he has to roll a move, another move.
Yep.
Oh, baby.
Ouch. Ah, that's a good roll. I think
nope, I do lose
Soren is down. Oh, look at that armor roll.
Wow.
That would have been 4 points of damage. It will be 2 points of damage. But it is already hurt, so it's now taken 3 points of damage. Yeah, those armor rolls. I'm doing exactly the opposite of what Chris did last night. Yeah, the arrow comes flying. It lodges in where? The back? The thigh? Something like that. The Soren grunts.
I skip it off the water as I'm riding through and catch it in the lower leg.
Yep. Now these Saurians are not gonna challenge Frida, obviously, because she's scary. We'll go to the back here and see if that one can move up closer. It can. And then we'll see if these 5 ones can move up closer. And let's see now. 1, 2, 3. All except one, apparently. And then we're finally back to these 2 ones who are already wounded with arrows sticking out of their scaly hide. They will engage with Brennar. And they don't have to get to arm's length because they have spears. So they will be able to attack with those spears. What will Brennar do, I wonder?
Yeah.
Spears. There we go.
Assuming this is hidden combinations.
It will be indeed, yes. have to. Where is that table? There we go. Hidden combinations. And how do I start this? It's been a while. Initiate card combat with Brenar. There we go. Okay. So it's only going to be the one step because they have to move. Okay.
So I only pick one.
Okay. I've picked one. My first one counts as a step, and then I'll just pick another one for because the machine doesn't want me otherwise.
Okay. So same thing.
Yeah. Wait. Where did it go? Dang it. Did I think I did something wrong? Sorry. I'll try it again. There we go. Okay. There we go. And I'm waiting for you.
Okay, I hit mine.
Yep. There we go. So let's turn them over. So
ooh, look at that. Who'd have known?
Who'd have known, exactly.
What
yeah,
a
that's
surprise.
So who's the step one is so attack versus defend, exactly. No one could have guessed what would happen.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Exactly. This guy is wounded since before, so not full attack, which helps immensely. And no success at all. It's just kind of trying. It's hobbling now, and it's coming there, and it's trying to poke with its spear, and just nothing. So you're fine. You don't even have to defend. Which means that the other one will also hobble up to you, and I will again initiate card combat with you, and it's again just that single step. I'll do the same thing as I did last time in terms of how the order in which I do this. Okay. And oh my god, we are shocked. It's another attack versus defend.
Dun, dun, dun.
Exactly. This one is even more wounded than the first one. So it will try and fail miserably. They are trying to reach you with their spears, but I guess they're a bit too eager when they attack, and just don't close the distance properly when they are trying to do their stabs, and that's their turns. And that's it for all the Saurians, in fact. That was... No, the others have another move to make. I'm sorry. They are still closing the distance. So let's see if these guys in the rear can get closer or not. The first one cannot. The second one also cannot. They are stuck in the zone. Yeah, this guy doesn't really matter because he needs to close to fighting range. I guess he will do that. And they will also get across. So this is going to be a bit challenging here for Brenar soon enough. They don't want to fight Frida, as you remember. That's their turn. Frida's turn now.
Frida's gonna move, and I think that might be all I can do due to my critical injury from earlier.
You can move as a slow action, right?
Yeah.
And then you can get yourself into the next zone, basically. So you can
That's my intention, yeah.
So you have to roll the move, and you succeed. So you limp through this thick quagmire and manage to get yourself up next to Brenar, which is very good for him because he's gonna need your help.
Yeah, I don't have the willpower to parry, but I can at least move.
Alright, then we are on the top of the round again, in fact. Which means Brenar again.
So,
I think you can start doing bad things to them now, Brenar.
Yeah, silly question, DM. Are these considered living humanoids?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
That
I'm gonna go.
there.
I'm pretty sure you've set a few of these on fire before, Brainer.
Well, yeah, but you haven't seen the new stuff yet. And,
Oh dear.
I'm excited now.
well, Celestial's all the way over there, so it's perfectly fine for me to do this.
I see things fine.
Celestial will deal with it.
Yeah, so I look at one of them that is already gravely wounded by our lovely archers, and I'm going to go ahead and immolate the start, because there's a bunch of them, so...
Yep.
Second, please, while I bring up the spell.
You start the weaving, tearing out those energies from the ether around you. With your arcane sight, you can see the body heat inside them, and you will, in fact, immolate someone, and that's a magic mishap.
Yep, good thing I didn't put more into it.
Yep.
Where do I go for the mishaps again? Top right. Oh. Do I go for the mishap?
I mean, you're definitely burning him.
Yeah, no, just where do I roll on the mishap table?
That's the rollable tables core game.
Okay.
Do you have access to that?
Yeah, I just seen it here. Mishaps. Magic mishaps. Here goes. Hopefully not brains.
46. Oh, that's interesting. So yes, you put 2 points of damage to the Saurian, right?
Yep.
You only needed the one, so if you want to use one on the other one, that's fine with me.
Okay, we'll do that then. We'll split it. It's
he
fine.
will burn from inside and screams and hisses, and the other one is also in a great deal of pain, because that's another point. And yeah, how will your appearance change? Maybe your age is coming up to you, more wrinkles, white hair.
Either that or the magic blasts back on his visage, so now he looks more burnt.
Oh, like scorch marks in your face?
Scorch, yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Okay, Palpatine.
Yeah, pretty much. You have serious burn marks as your skin has kind of melted.
Something sorcerer magic.
Exactly. And that's your turn, isn't it? Soren's turn.
My turn. So there's a shitload of them there.
Yep.
I will target that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will shoot him in the face. Specifically, I will aim and then I will shoot him in the face.
And so you do. Wow. Soren is deadly with a bow these days. Absolutely deadly. I have a lot of luck with my armor rolls, but that is 5 damage. That's 4 damage. So, yeah, he's dead. You shoot him in the face, literally. Through the mouth, out the other side. That's 1 dead Saurian. Oh, that was the other one.
I will spend a willpower to shoot the guy that was beside him. Burn into willpower like crazy, but
it's a hit. not at all as powerful as the last one, but a hit nonetheless, and it does in fact glance off the scaly armor again. And that leaves the turn to Celestial.
I guess I'll try and finish off the wounded one that's still down there.
Yeah, this guy here.
Yeah, I'll aim and fire. Crap.
Will there be a hit? Or no?
Yeah, I was just trying to remember what my modifier for aiming was.
Alright.
+1 for aiming.
Yeah. Helps if I actually use the bow.
And then -1 for short distance.
It's its ideal range.
There you go. That's a hit. And no armor helps this time. Yeah, that's 2 points of damage. It's another dead Saurian. How do you take him out?
Well, realizing by the flow of ichor down its leg from the last shot I put into him, I just missed a vital artery. So instead, I just reline it up and shoot him in that damn leg artery. So he just, and with his other injuries, he just bleeds out.
Yeah, it just exactly. It falls over into the water and slips below the surface of this shallow water. But as amphibian as these might be, they probably can't breathe underwater. It is gone. The rest of the Saurians here, so they were 9 when we started. Half of them are dead now. And here comes Frida, the bloody demon slayer, just trudging through the mud with that sword. And the sword has that shiny stone on it. Let's get out of here, guys. They hiss, they snarl. They thought that you would be easy pickings. Your big bipedal piggies coming into their territories, and they're twice as many. And before they know it, half of them are down. So they are going to try and disengage here. Thank you very much.
Can I do anything about that?
Technically, you would still be 1 step away from them. Oh wait, no, you moved 2 steps. This is true.
Yeah.
So you are in fact close enough. So yes, if I fail the move roll here, you will be able to get a free strike at that particular Saurian. I failed. You get a free strike.
Excellent. And we are going to do that strike with Malam. Malagarn.
It gives you the weakest bonus right now because you're just facing the one.
Why am I
she's
not
terribly impressed by that.
Okay, I'm in my gear. I don't know, I need to be in combat. That's why it's not rolling for me. I got this.
Yeah.
So what bonus am I using?
You are using, I think it's the D8, if I recall correctly.
Okay, yeah, I'm good then.
That's
That's gonna hurt.
Well.
Malagarn's like, yes, I'm out of the sheath.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna die.
Even if it's just the one opponent, I'm happy now. She is guiding your hand right towards the jugular, and I mean, with damage 6, you sweep the head off of that Saurian.
Oh yeah, she just takes the head right off and swings around.
Yeah, the blood just gushes, and that's a dead Saurian.
Rita's like raging, die, motherfucker.
This other Saurian will try to get out of dodge too, because this was a little bit too intense. So it does, and so does. Yeah, they are all
probably got a little splatter on its face.
Yeah, this one doesn't manage to get away though, very far.
Excellent. Excellent, because it's my turn next.
It is.
Oh, it takes my whole action to move next to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but on the other hand, you will be next to it, so.
Yes.
Well, you're in the same zone, so it actually doesn't count as moving.
Oh, really?
You don't have to roll for the move. You have to.
Right,
one
but
move
because
takes
of
you
my
to.
injury.
Yeah, exactly. One move takes you to arm's length, I believe. Near range, I believe.
Near the same zone.
Yeah.
Arm's length is for.
So it would take you both actions, I think, to get you right next to it.
Just
Yeah, because
charge him.
normally I'd be able to do. Can I? Do I have charge? Is that a talent, or can I just do that natively?
No, that's what you get a bonus for the melee charge with the talent, I believe.
Oh, okay. So I can just do it natively.
I mean, next time that thing will try to move away from you, and then it will repeat the process of
Okay.
the move roll.
Hopefully it'll fail, and I'll just kill it.
And that's just because you are slow at this point. Yeah, so I didn't have that many Saurians to roll for this time. They are trying to get away now. Did I roll for these guys? Probably not. I rolled for 2 moves. Yeah, so yeah, that one doesn't get anywhere, and the other one does get away.
Just as a note, even like your slow action to get up there, but you can like use your fast action to shove them to the ground and knock them prone.
That you can do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I will remember that for next time.
Yep.
Right, you're
can,
free to do it now.
shove.
'Cause-
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can disarm, you can feint, which lets you trade initiative cards. Those are all fast actions.
Would that just be a might roll to just shove him?
That's a melee combat roll.
Melee.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just I just hit melee then.
Yeah. You're not allowed to use your sword.
I will push that because I need willpower.
Okay, and you got one, and you
Yay.
shoved the Saurian to the ground.
Take that.
I guess I can dodge that.
It requires.
Which is a move roll with a -2 because it doesn't want to go down on the ground.
Opponent can dodge to avoid it.
Yeah. It dodges to avoid it.
Oof.
It is not down. All right, we are on top of the round again.
It does give you some options for your fast action after you've closed the distance.
Yes,
Melee.
Might
charge,
take
yeah.
the melee
That's
charge
a
talent
future talent, definitely.
Yeah.
Brenar.
Because it
to
lets you do
combat
both.
for my slowness.
Yeah.
Rainer at this point will actually pull his hood over his head,
Ugh.
realizing basically what just happened,
Mm-hmm.
and he puts his hand out. I'm doing Hand of Doom
Oh.
on the one that's actually in short range.
So this guy.
So
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one
yeah.
right over here, Miko.
So you take out that hand that you have in the bag
Yeah.
because you have
Yeah,
an
so-
actual rotting hand in your bag.
Yep. And Doom, base plus item plus wizardry.
We haven't used this in combat yet, have we?
No.
This is interesting.
Oh,
Oh,
it shoots up, but it backlashes.
Wow. I think you're gonna kill him. Hopefully not yourself at the same time.
Please
Ugh.
don't die, Brainer. Frida will be
Please don't die.
fucked up.
And let's see if I get my face changed again.
That's 4
And
points
I'm
of
gonna-
damage to it. And you did have the severed hand, so it's 5 points of damage to it.
Yep. And hopefully that works.
Nope.
Nope, that does not.
Yeah.
Wait
no,
one sec.
you have to make it as a macro.
Yeah.
And make sure you set it to
It's gonna die a horrible death. That's for sure. Oh dear.
Ah,
Oh no.
fuck you, Brainer.
So that actually doesn't. It helps alongside the intended target. So
Which is
that
me.
means that Frida,
No.
I'm
No.
gonna say, because she
It's at
is
short range.
pretty much
Short
in
range.
The range.
So Soren or Celestial.
Soren or Celestial?
No, his target's right next to me.
No,
Yeah.
his target's
No,
at
my-
short range, the
my-
next zone over.
My target was short range. I burned extra willpower to basically do it outside of my range.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So any of us are a target.
Any of you? Okay, should
Um,
we roll a d3? I guess?
You have to. It says next to the victim.
No, it's just,
No,
No,
alongside, which means that both the intended target plus one friendly.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
Not
okay.
alongside as in person beside.
Or other
Sorry,
unintended. It
misread.
doesn't have to be a friend. It could be one of the horses actually.
Yeah, it just has to be a friendly.
So you have 4 horses, 1 combat trained horse, and the 3 of you.
So roll a d8.
How about a d8? And if it's a 6, 7, 8, it's one of you.
Okay.
And if it's the 5, it's the combat trained horse.
Question.
Yep.
In case it comes up, if it is one of us, which means it could possibly be me, would my lucky talent allow us to re-roll that?
Yes, I guess
Okay.
it would be.
Okay.
At least Lucky Talent does it allows you to
And-
re-roll a crit, right?
It does.
Yeah. So yes, absolutely would apply.
That's a critical fail.
There we go. That's 6. That is one of you. We didn't say who that was gonna be. Are we doing this in?
What's it taking damage to?
Strength.
Yeah. So it's 5 points of damage to one of you. So
I mean,
one will be
if-
broken.
Since we didn't determine it, one way you could do is like, what's our initiative order?
That's a good idea.
In which case it's Soren.
Yep.
And then I
Soren.
will re-roll because I am lucky.
I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
I think this is a great idea.
No, the
Reroll-
initiative order is fair. It's not a bad
Yep.
idea.
So are we re-rolling the D8?
No, he is re-rolling the
Mishap.
critical injury. So
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Adios.
what? No,
So-
you're not re-rolling the critical injury. The magic
No,
mishap.
I'm re-rolling whatever critical gets inflicted. upon
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
No, this is Soren. He's now getting a critical injury. And it's
Yeah.
gonna be what?
What type of
it's
what type of
crushing, I
damage
guess?
is it?
It is.
I think it's crushing. Must be. Doesn't say.
Yeah.
But it's
Pull
a
your way into
hand
the
that-
victim's heart and squeeze the life from them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, crushing, I'll say. Groin hit.
So instead of your
Broken
heart,
arm,
it
which
hits
is,
you in
is
the
that better or
groin?
no? The groin
no,
is the better one.
I will take the groin hit.
Yeah. So, describe what happens here. Oh my God, Brenner. The second mishap.
So yep. So Brainer pulls out from the ether and basically puts the hand out. But you know, this is like the second spell he's cast with death magic, so he's a little unweary of himself. And he sees the hand go out and rip into the victim's heart. And as he squeezes the victim's heart, he hears screaming coming from Soren behind him.
It's because of how you whipped your arm back first and made the claw and then came forward.
Exactly. And somehow you disturbed the ether the wrong way, and the ether just went where you pointed first, which happened was to be to Zoran. And he just doubles up and falls over.
Rainer, get a hold of your
Oh.
damn magic, man.
But the Saurian is dead. It just screams, shrieks, and falls over. Dead. And with that, it's in fact Soren's turn, or would have, unless he was
No.
down.
No, I'm down. I only got a
Yeah.
strength of 3.
Which means it's Celestial's turn.
Hope for the son of duck.
Please unbreak Soren.
Yeah, I guess I gotta try and convince my mount to head that way now.
Yeah. Nope. Nope.
Well, I tried.
It just saw what happened to Soren, and it's like, I'm not going over there. I don't know what he got into, but I'm not going over there.
Spooked at this point.
Well, then in that case, I'll shoot
you're
it.
Trying to force it through a particularly muddy area that it just doesn't want to put its hooves into.
In that
Plus
case, I'll
death
take a
magic.
shot at the one that's on the edge of the map because it's still at short.
That's fair.
I don't care about death magic. Horses can get over it too.
Good to know, Celestial. Good to know.
Two. And I don't mean that as in like I'm cool with it. I mean that like fucking death magic.
Well, that's a hit. And that's no armor protection. So I guess the fleeing Saurian now has 1 point of damage. It staggers a bit as that arrow hits home.
Or in classic Jake Peralta fashion, and your mother.
Exactly. Yeah, they're gonna try to get out of here now. So it does. It has run away from the combat area. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wouldn't you?
No.
Of course you would.
I'm gonna kill one more.
And the final one is trying to get away from you.
No.
It does
not
not.
allowed.
You get a free attack on it.
Yes! Die, you stupid Saurian.
Here comes Maligarn again.
Yep.
Not quite as...
I'm gonna push that.
Okay.
Well, Maligarn
That's better.
appreciated it, but didn't.
Splat. Ah, only 3 points of damage. You didn't quite kill it.
Yet. It's my turn next.
Yeah, that was the free attack, exactly.
Yep.
And it's
I
still
swing
in
again.
range from you, and it's just staggering, and the blood is dropping the ichor right into the river or waterways around here. And then it's your turn.
I swing again, and this time I spend the willpower to ignore its armor.
Let's see if you need to. It's not sure that you... No, you do need to.
I will spend the willpower to ignore its armor, and I will take its fucking head off.
Yes, you do. It is now officially dead, unless I manage to, in fact, dodge that. It's my last hope to save this poor Saurian.
No,
Don't
Saurian
forget
needs
his
to die.
injuries.
Nope,
The Saurian needs to die.
it's dead. That's another head just lopped off.
It is like number 3 on Frida's hit list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Demons, slavers, and Saurians. Frida has been in their care. She fucking hates them.
And so this encounter ends with
Now to rush over and heal Soren while my horse doesn't fight me.
Maligarn well fed.
yes, Maligarn is pleased with this result for sure. Yeah.
Oh.
Those were a bunch of Saurians who thought they could get the drop on you and really didn't.
They were not expecting Frida or Soren.
Well, I'm gonna rush over there and use up my willpower and a focus to do healing hands strength on my good friend, air quotes, Soren.
Oh. I'm just like laying on the ground.
Have all the healing.
Wow. Did you use healing herbs as well to that?
Yes.
Okay, so that's actually... Yeah, that's power level 4.
Yeah.
Wow. Power level 5, isn't it? With the ingredients as well. So it doesn't matter. Soren is healed.
Yeah.
That shining light of the gods.
But I still suffer the effects of the injury for the...
Yes, you do. That's mend
scar
wounds,
injuries.
not healing hands. But you're unbroken.
Yep. I will like stumble to my feet. What the...
Yeah, I'm not overcasting. I like you, but not that much.
No, that's a different spell. Mend
Like I
wounds.
said, that's overcasting.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Hey, you found a way to fix her feet?
No, because it doesn't work on that.
Oh,
Because of the frickin' errata.
that is so dumb.
I can bypass it myself by overcasting the shape change.
Yes.
Or I can bring you back from the dead by which I need another level of healing to be able to even overcast that.
How come you can bring people back from the dead, but you can't regrow a limb?
Because
that should be the in-between.
Yeah,
I had this argument when this happened.
Yeah.
And the errata literally takes away the ability to repair those kinds of wounds with mend
so
wounds.
That's so dumb.
Not sure why they chose to do that when they have a resurrect spell.
Yeah.
That is a bit weird, but there we go.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like the original write-up being like, you can only heal this with magical healing, but the magical healing spell can't do it.
Well, you can heal critical wounds. You just can't regrow limbs.
Yeah.
That's completely on brand for the type of magic.
Yeah. But I can resurrect you and give you back a full body.
Yep. But that's a huge spell.
Yes.
But like I said, I could turn myself into a bar and ignore my own problems.
I'm just gonna take charge and see if that helps.
Well, that will help because if we're in the same zone, you just go and I charge up to them and stab.
Exactly. That was intense. Those mishaps, man.
And I can literally take that for next game.
Oh, the melee charge?
If you succeed on your wits roll.
Yeah.
Right.
There you are in the marshlands.
Bright side, if you fail, you don't spend anything other than time. Oh.
Or if we get somewhere where I can find another teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're more likely to pick it up naturally.
Frida just gets frustrated enough, and Malagarn's like, "No, let's just go. Just run. Screw the foot, just run."
So,
I mean, I can also technically ignore it with Deer Dash, but Deer Dash is a major action anyway.
This is a really stupid question, but because Malagarn is sentient,
yep.
Can it teach me things?
You haven't tried yet.
You haven't reached that level of Zen with it yet.
Might try that.
You can explore that if you want to get on that level of conversation with that particular elf.
That's right, Freya. Freya, get on the swords level.
I'm halfway there already. Frida's going slightly crazy. She has seen shit she didn't think existed.
I'm sorry, I'm here.
I've met ghosts. I have killed demons. I might be going slightly insane. I've also coup de grace like 10 people. Sorry, that's a slight exaggeration.
That is a slight exaggeration.
Sorry, that's a...
Yeah,
Hagar
there
makes
you
his
are,
way
at
back
least.
over to his horse with his head hung in
Frida hugs the old man. It's alright, buddy.
shame. Brainer pushes Frida away and jumps on.
It's over.
I will gingerly get back on my horse.
Yep.
Oh,
It hurts. It hurts.
hurts so much.
Well, you have to roll how many days you're going to be recovering from that.
3 days.
Really?
Yep.
All 3 of them?
The critical injury table automatically rolls it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not 8?
It's only on a d6.
Mm.
It was 8 for if I had taken the broken arm.
Which means no bows.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be really bad for our archer.
Yes, it would be.
Phrasing.
On the other hand, it's not a permanent injury, is it? So
Nope.
No.
He
so
will
that's
heal.
a good thing.
Right.
Heal faster if Brainer helped him handle his burn.
All right. So let's take a look through this marsh area, see if there's any sign of the emerald or any indication it might have been here, or a way to cross into the rest of the bog.
Yeah, you're searching around, basically trying to explore this area, which is a slow going process. You know, you've made so much progress over the past day. You're kind of used maybe to open landscapes, and now you are stuck in a swamp.
I will kind of like close the distance with Brainer though, and go like, shit happens. That's literally all I say about it.
That's both a promise and a threat.
It's a threat. It's a don't feel bad. It's everything all in one.
Yeah.
Raynar will go ahead and nod his head, and whenever you actually see his visage, you can see it's actually burnt. So that's why I don't know if anybody mid-combat noticed him put his hood up, but he's...
It changed him.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. No, it doesn't seem... You don't seem to see any good ways of crossing the river here, and you definitely haven't seen any sign. You know, you've been walking through this area for hours now, literally, and signs of a castle, of that kind of place that the legend speaks of. No, not around here.
Well, good thing there's a village to the south.
There is a village to the south. It is now noon, and if you want to travel to the village, that's something that you can do.
Yeah, I mean, the village might have people that have heard rumors or legends. They might know how to cross the river. Maybe they've got a boat or something.
Sure, sounds good.
Yeah, so you start moving south then, I suppose? And I guess by now Soren is that wound is kind of taking out its effects on him, on his mood perhaps, or just giving him a headache. You're certainly getting to the right place. You're leading them competently towards that next area. Let's see, now I'm just going to copy here the hexes so we can see where you've been.
God damn it. I just left civilization.
Exactly. And there it is again. From afar, and this is really Celestial seeing it, you're coming out of the marshlands and on considerably drier land, and from afar you can see heavily fortified walls around a large village, and from in the middle of that village somewhere there's a large tower jutting up, and as you get closer to it, there's plenty of farms around here. Plenty of farms. At this point, you might still be a kilometer away from the actual village, but there's farmers here, and they're dressed like Alderlanders usually are. Their hoses, linen tunics, cloak and with a buckle, the belt with the pouch, the leggings around their that wrap around from their leather shoes or boots. They're tilling the earth, and they're kind of looking towards you as you come, and they don't say much around here. They seem less than thrilled by seeing you. But They're not hostile necessarily. They're not coming after you with pitchforks or anything. You'll also see out on the river, in fact, more people fishing. They're throwing out their fishing nets. They're trying to catch something. They're sitting there in the boats.
Yeah, the fortified village has a nice tower. There's all these farms. Hey, look, there's actually fisher people, so there's definitely some boats at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Certainly there are.
I mean, I'm sure we could pay somebody to ferry us across the river, but somebody in this town may have heard rumors or stories.
Oh, certainly.
So you're going towards the village then?
Begrudgingly, yes.
Begrudgingly, yes, indeed. Let's see now. I think I actually did make a map for this village a little while ago. Or did I? Let's see now. I did. Huh. There we go. I'll have to, okay. I'm sorry. I will, let's see if I manage to build a good map for the village. It's been a while since I did this. Because I was looking over when you were last thinking about if you were going to this part of the world. There we go. Yes. Okay, so I will in fact activate the map. And you can't see anything right now because I haven't actually taken away the
Oh no!
global. There we go. Global illumination. There we go. That should help. Did it help?
No token with
your
vision.
tokens are needed. Tokens too? All that?
Because you haven't done just a general vision on.
Yeah, I know. So
look at that wall. Look at that water.
There we go. And yes, walls and cows, and I'm gonna do, what is it? General illumination? Is it? What's the setting to actually remove the fog of war? It is. Is it?
If you've got walls set up, I don't think anything does.
Yeah.
Take off.
Is it the fog expiration?
No, if you.
Or is it? Oh, restrict the vision, so token vision maybe. There we go. So yes, big village, tower rising on a hill above all of it. There is, in fact,
dry mode.
Hmm?
Oh,
Say
it's
again?
a dry mode.
Yes, it is a dry mode. Because it's situated above the river, and the water in the moat, it's going to be a bit wet when it starts raining properly, but the water will run down to the actual river from here.
Yeah.
Just because of the topography.
If you can delete the small me, I changed my token sizes so that.
Oh, for sure. Which I can do in that window. There we go. But yes, there is in fact a banner flying above the town, and you will recognize the banner. It's a stallion.
Pat the combat titan. See, buddy? This more familiar?
When you come down to, are you going down to the?
Yeah,
gates,
the
I
actual
guess?
entrance.
Yeah. When you come down to the gates, you will see that there's plenty of traffic here. Merchants. This village is somewhere halfway between Brinestrand and Westport in size. So there must be several hundred people living around here. And it's a well-armed militia. And there's plenty of soldiers around here, actually. Lots of them moving around. All the merchants and people who are going in and out of the gates are paying some kind of tax here, which of course you will have to as well when you arrive. The soldiers by the gates are looking you over. They are looking very carefully at Frida. But they also are not doing anything untowards. They're just sort of
cautious curiosity.
I think it's a bit of a side eye there.
Yeah.
But
side eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Frida's
But as
pretty
you get
used to
there,
that
they'll
at this
say,
point.
you want what's your business in Moorshire?
Rest, restocking some information, and hopefully potentially a way to cross the river.
3 coppers.
All for all of us or each?
Each, of course.
I'll just stay out here.
No, I give him 2 silver.
One of them is looking at you and then looks at the combat trained stallion that you have. Hey, where did you get that?
He came upon our fire the other evening. His knight was slain. He had blood along his neck.
Thieves!
No,
That
sir.
belongs to the son of the Baron here.
No, sir, I am no thief. I'm a druid with the Goth and Bow.
Feel free to roll manipulation. I'll give you +2 for telling the truth.
Plus reputation?
Yes, indeed. First, you have to roll in case they recognize. So I guess Brenner rolls reputation again.
The face has changed. Okay, so reputation. How do you roll reputation again?
Just the rating, basically.
Yeah, you just click roll and put in like 6 dice for your rep.
Apparently they have not recognized you, which might be just as well.
Probably something to do with the face change.
Yeah. There you go. You came upon... Oh, it might be true then. That he was lost in the battle against the Asleans. Come with me immediately. The Baron will want to see you.
Certainly.
They still want to charge you 3 coppers each, though.
Yeah, I'll give them 2 silver so everyone can come, including needs to be tended growing boy.
Yeah. They will lead you inside the walls, and immediately on the left is a tavern with quite a few people there. On the right is some kind of barracks with lots of soldiers. But up on the hill there is that red tower that must be at least 5 stories tall, just dominating the plains. In the middle of this village, you will be able to see another church of rust, of course.
Yep.
You are deep in Rust Brother lands now.
I assume this one still belongs to cultists.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's a cultist, Frida.
I mean,
Not
this is true
everybody,
as well.
Soren. Not everybody's a cultist.
Just almost everybody.
90% of Rust is cultist.
That's true. I've never seen Brainard pray to a god. He's probably not a cultist.
Mm.
And it's more like 75% celestial.
Brainard's never prayed to a god other than Flo.
So he is a cultist.
In Brainard's
Exactly.
defense, he only prayed to her because he had to.
Cesta Passage hasn't prayed. He has invoked the name of just to piss people off.
They will lead you up to the castle, of course, or the tower, which is pretty much a castle here. And I will show you what the Lord looks like. He is, in fact, outside training with some of the troops there. You will notice that there are, in fact, two kinds of troops in Moorshire. There's the city guards, and unlike most villages that you've been to, these guys are well trained. They're doing, Frida, you could tell the village guards here are probably as well drilled and skilled at their weapons training as that sergeant that you met in Brinestrand, something like that. They're good with their weapons here.
Can somebody drag
Mikhail's
my
the only
token
other
in
person that can move you
properly, please, because it won't go through the damn walls.
Oh, sorry.
No, we had to go around and into that one little hex that has a door on it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Thank you.
And the lord of the castle, he is a graying man.
Oh, great.
Nicely trimmed, gray beard, gray hair. Still strong. Still competent fighter, probably. He's standing with some of his troops there, and they're doing weapon drills with blunt swords, protected swords. They have leather wrapped around them, so they can't cut each other too much. As you're coming up there together with that militiaman and the horse. And he'll turn around and he'll just kind of stop in his tracks and look at the horse and have that stunned silence for a moment, because he definitely recognizes that horse. And then he walks up. "Where did you find this?" he says.
Near our camp the other evening, to the west of... What was the raised village's name?
Stillside.
To the west of Stillside.
"Lavid," he says. "We had no tidings at all from the north. And this is worse than I would have wished for. The Asleys killed my boy." He is looking to the ground. Gray in the face now.
That may be so, but from all the tidings we've heard, Terramalda avenged him.
Did she now?
Yes.
He gets some kind of fire back in his eyes. "Who are you? You are adventurers by the looks of it. But most of you are not human, I notice." He's looking a bit suspicious.
It is our curse to bear.
The Rust brothers and the sisters, they speak of demon taint.
No, we've been purging demons along our route.
People speak of a lot of things, but some of us have actually seen them.
Well, I choose to trust my eyes and the actions that I see people do. You will have thanks for bringing this horse to me.
There's no glad tidings, but I am glad that I've at least brought the horse and the tidings that you would not have heard.
I will have to notify his mother. This horse, as a thank you, a heartfelt thank you, you can keep this horse. We needed to know what happened to our son, and now we know.
Thank you, mother.
Here, let me get you something as well. A small token of our appreciation. That's a lot.
Apparently, this is a wealthy lord.
Yep.
Well, dang.
Because
He
it's
just
a
kind of-
small token.
He hands over basically the purse he has on him, his person.
We hope this brings you the
See to it that
closure.
these adventurers are treated well, he says to the militiaman. I don't care what the brother or the sister will say about this. They went out of their way to bring this horse to me. They have to be treated well. You can lodge in the tower if you want tonight, out of sight from the sister and the brother, if you like.
That would be appreciated.
Thank you.
I'm sure you have many stories to tell.
Star.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure you have many stories to tell. Though, I will not mean to pry. Your business is your own. And so you have arrived to Moorshire, dear friends. A fairly large village on the river.
Fairly rich village from the looks of things.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is in Olderlander Heartlands. But this is unlike Grindbone, which was a terrible place, and unlike Stillside, which is just the ruins of a village and completely dominated by the Rust Brothers. This noble, this baron, seems to have his own men-at-arms, his own troops. There are troops everywhere here. This is like a military camp. On the south side, there is in fact a camp filled with the banner of Rust above it, and you can see it now when you're up on the hill. You couldn't really see it before. It was kind of hidden by the village itself. But to the south, there is in fact, well, I wouldn't say an army, but it's going to be, dozens and dozens of militia troops under the Rust banner. But they are not close to you at this moment, and you are being very warmly received by Hilderic, his name is. Baron Hilderic. Childeric, sorry. He introduces himself as Childeric.
Cool.
Childeric of the Stallion. And now we're almost at 11 p.m., so this is probably the perfect place to wrap it for tonight. What do you say?
I agree.
Indeed. So there we'll leave our adventures for the time being and come back in 2 weeks and see if they manage to learn something new from the villagers of Moorshire, you're under the banner of Rust again, so clearly you'll have to tread a bit carefully here.
Congrats, B. You made a Rust brother like us, with me in the party.
Childeric is not a Rust brother. He does have the symbol
He's
of
faithful.
Rust. Or he's a faithful, yes. He does have an amulet of Rust because, a lot of people have here. Yeah. But he is not a Rust brother himself.
He's of the Rust as you're of the Rust.
Yeah, pretty much.
So he's not a
definitely
cultist.
A noble, but he's a noble Olderlander. He's the liege lord of this area. And I think that probably Celestial, or at least Brennar, with your lore skill, will be able to deduce that that's going to create some interesting power dynamics, because who has really the power over Moorshire? Is it Baron Childeric? Is it a local village council? Is it the Rust Brothers? Is it the Iron Guards?
Depends on the day of the week.
Can be messy. But we'll
Totally
find out
have
in
a
2 weeks,
goal
won't
of
we?
getting the Baron to pray with me.
That could work. Well, we'll see in 2 weeks, won't we?
Indeed.
Indeed. Thanks to everyone who's watched, and hope to see you again in 2 weeks' time.
Right, folks.
Thanks, everyone.
Good evening.
All right. Have a great night, guys.